Hello everybody, Anne-Marie the Forager Chick here. Today I just wanted to do a little short video on some wild edibles and medicinals that are grown here on my farm in Georgia. So I'm going to show you just a few spring greens and flowers, although it's not quite spring yet. It's late winter, but it's such a gorgeous day and I thought you might want to know about some of these wonderful, wonderful wild weeds. So let's go see some. So right here, I almost walked past it, if you can see, over here with these little heart-shaped leaves that kind of a little bit leathery. This is violets, our wild violets, and here's one of the flowers right here, and there's another one. So violets are an amazing edible. The flowers are nice and sweet. You could put them in salads, you could sugar them, and make little candied flowers with some meringue and sugar. The leaves are really good for the lymphatic system, so you can make some tea. You could also eat some of them. The flowers also make a great syrup. So there's another flower that a lot of you have right now that is about to go away that is similar to violet and also edible, and those are pansies. So you can see I have a whole bucket full of, actually we have a lot of pansies right now, but these little flowers are also edible. You can put them in your salads and they go away when it gets really hot, so you might want to grab some of them and eat them. And there's one of Kitty Cat's, Colby Cat. Another couple of edibles and medicinals are right here next to each other. Whoops, we got to get the cat out of here. There's dandelion right there in the front, and a lot of you already know dandelion. And it's a great edible. It's high in lecithin as well, so it's a good source of lecithin besides eggs. And you can make dandelion fritters. You can fry them, dip them in egg white and panko and fry them up, and then dip them in ranch dressing. You can add them to baked goods like muffins and cookies, and you can also add them into egg dishes. I put some of the petals in honey. There's so many different things. And you can't even see the leaf because it's covered by another plant right here, which I'll get to in just a moment. But underneath the flower, you can see these leaves right here. These are dandelion leaves, and they're pointy. You can see they're sharp toothed on the edge, and they're smooth. So these are dandelion leaves, and the leaves are medicinal for the liver and urinary system, kidneys, all that kind of good stuff. It's a great diuretic, great spring herb. And there's another plant that looks like it that's right next to it. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Can you see this plant right here? Kind of looks like dandelion, right? What you think? It's not dandelion. This is fuzzy, and the leaves are kind of round. Let's see if we can get one closer so you can see. Put it over here. See it a little bit better. See, it's rounded on the lobes, whereas dandelion is pointy. Okay, so the one on the right is cat Sears, and it does come out, starts in spring and it works its way into the summer, whereas dandelion is only out in the spring and fall. Same kind of flower, somewhat edible, but dandelion is much more nutritious. So let's see what else we can find. Looking all around, it's such a gorgeous day out here today. You can see out there, so pretty. This is here on our farm at Bella Vista. Very beautiful. The daffodils are blooming. Yay. First flowers to bring into the house. So over here, next to more dandelions, which I can't wait to collect some more and bring them in. Can you see this little plant? Let's see if I can focus on it for you. That is called henbit. If you look at the flower carefully, they kind of look like, I always think they look like little dragons. They look like they have little mouths on them. It's in the mint family. The stem is square. And if you look at the leaf, do you see how the leaf runs all the way around it? It's like two leaves connected, clasping in the middle. And its name is lamium for mint, and plexicoli. And plexicoli means to clasp the stem. So this is a good spring edible, and it's so pretty. It's yummy. We add it to salads. I know I say yummy for a lot of things. Right over here. See, we haven't walked but like 10 feet. And I'm only in my flower bed. So here, can you see this plant? Right here. That's wild onion. Yep. These are your little onions. Let's see if I can pull them up one-handed. Might have to dig it up right in the rocks. I want you to see if we can pull up an onion. Don't think I can get it up. Let's see. We're gonna try. So the way you can tell it's an onion is the smell. But I also want to see if we can get one of those. Holy moly, these are like in there good. All right, can't get it up right now. We'll find another one in a minute. Put this on a rock so you can see. So there's our onion. There are a couple of plants that look like wild onions, so I don't want you to mix them up with anything. The way you can tell for sure that that is an onion or a wild garlic or in that family is to smell it. Crush it and smell it. If it smells like an onion, smells like garlic, it's garlic. If it has no smell whatsoever, do not eat it. I repeat, do not, because that could be something that's toxic. So you can use these just as you would scallions. You take the tender parts right here, chop them up, add them to whatever calls for onions. And then they do have little teeny tiny bulbs on the end of them. I just couldn't pull that one up one-handed. So you can use those as you would onions. They're a little bit stronger, the small bulbs, but the green part is just fine. You can use that. Why not use what's edible outside? Save you some money. See if I come across anything else. We have some yarrow right here. Let's see if you can see that. Get a good look at it. Oops. So yarrow, this one I planted, but it does grow in the wild in some areas. So can you see this plant right here? It's furry. Try to get you a nice close-up. There we go. It's a furry leafed plant. And its name is Achillia Milifolium. Milifolium means 1,000-leaf plant. So as you can see, there's tons of leaves on this plant. It's nice and it's slightly fuzzy. You can eat this. It has a slightly spicy taste. You can add it to salads in small amounts. But it's great for anything to do with stopping bleeding. So if you're out here and you get cut or something, you can use this plant and put it in a wound and it stops the bleeding right away. If you heard the story before about Achilles, which is the first name of this plant, you know, the mythological half-god dude in Greek mythology, and he used to carry yarrow in his pocket. So when he would go into battle with his dudes and somebody got hurt, they would just use the yarrow to stop the bleeding and heal the wounds. And legend has it that as a baby, Achilles was dipped into a pool or lake or bath of yarrow, but he was held by his ankles. So if you remember the story, that's how he died. He got shot in the ankles. So, in the Achilles heel. Anyway, that is yarrow. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip around my front flower bed. There's a lot more out there to eat, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of what's out there. No pun intended. So y'all have a wonderful day today. So I almost forgot the plant I was talking about next to the original dandelion. So this happens a lot. We're going to remove the dandelion so you can see the whole plant. This plant right here that was growing above the dandelion is called plantain. So plantain has veins that go all the way from the root to the tip. And you can see it on the back side too. It has many veins and they always grow straight like that. There are different kinds of plantain. There's wide leaf, broadleaf plantain, and this is just the narrow leaf plantain. So this plant is fabulous to know because if you get bit by a spider, if you get stung by a bee, an ant, a wasp, yellow jacket, anything like that. You take one of these leaves and you crunch it up, you chew it up, which is best, and get it all nice and mushy. And then you take this and you put it directly on that bite. If you have a Band-Aid or a piece of tape or something, wrap it around, that's great. Leave it on, check it after about an hour, pull it off and see if it has gotten any better. If not, do it again. You should only need 1 or 2 times, and it'll start taking out all the toxins from that wound and from that bite. So it's a really great plant. Yes, it's edible too, but it's kind of toothy chewing it. It's a little bit bitter, so I'll take some of these small leaves and I'll add those to my salad as well. Or I will do something that's they're kind of pickled. I have a recipe for it. It's more like they're boiled slightly and then they're added to a few other spices and almost like a seaweed. That's how it comes out. So I love this stuff. So this is a plant to know for sure. Okay, bye again.